Good afternoon. This craft demo is about how to make a paper heart garland using strips of paper, some ribbon, glue, and something round. Um, in our kit, we went ahead in our paper strips and hole punched. We did them at 3 inches and about 3/4 of an inch. We tried to line up the holes best we could for threading the ribbon through later, but you might notice that some are off a little bit. Don't panic, just match them up the best you can. To make a heart out of paper, I should say these are pieces of paper are 2 inches by 12 inches long. We cut them using a paper cutter. You could certainly measure, draw lines, and cut on the lines if you don't have a paper cutter at home and would like to do this craft. After you get your strips of paper cut out, we pre-cut the holes with a hole punch just to make it easier. You could wait and do it after you have your hearts made as well. We did it before because we weren't sure if everyone was going to have a hole punch. So to make your heart, you take a paper strip. I've already pre-folded this one. But you need to find the center, which will be the point of your heart. So we did that by bringing our two ends together and then just press in that paper to the fold. You can use your thumbnail to put a crease in. You can use a container or a bone folder, whatever you may have. All right. After you have that point made, this is the point of our heart. Sometimes if you can try to just force it into the shape, but we find with the cardstock that we're using, if it kinked up, you would get these, kind of creased lines that didn't necessarily look that great. So we used something round. In this case, a pill bottle. You can use a dowel, a wooden spoon, kind of like the pill bottle, because we happen to have one sitting handy. So just wrap it around the pill bottle, hold it for a moment. I like to rub on it just a little bit to relax the paper fibers. And then let it uncurl. And then we're going to switch it around. And we are going to roll the other end up. I hold the paper's edge against the pill bottle until it gets tucked in under the paper, just so you keep it tight against the object that's round. Again, I just give it a little rub just to make sure those fibers are relaxing. All right, and so we still have the point of our paper, and now the long arms of it are kind of curved. See, it's already starting to look a little bit like a heart. So I kind of do this away from myself. So I'm going to turn it, and I pull one edge into me, or one edge down, and I bring the other one up. This is where you can work on matching the hearts. I'm going to try to do this in an angle I don't usually use, but I'm matching up the papers on the inside. This isn't how I normally hold it. Normally I hold it like this, and I'm looking at it this way so I can see where, if I might take that hand out of the way, if I can see where the points match up. You can also check to see that the holes are matching up okay, which I think they will on this heart. So once I've made sure that it's holding okay, you can take your glue. You can also do this with clear tape, whichever you prefer. I'm using a little bit of fast drying super glue because I'm doing this on live in camera, and normally I might not do that. I'd probably use a craft glue and hold it with a paper clip while it dried, just because I hate it when the super glue glues my fingers together. So if I was using a craft glue, I put the craft glue on there and then just use a regular paper clip to hold it together while it dried. But since I'm using the super glue magic of television, there we go. It's already dried. And so you have a cute little heart. And of course, you can change the shape of your heart a little bit. You can pull your points down here a little bit, and that makes it curl the top. I use it kind of in the crook of my hand, and I give it a little squeeze if I want to make it a little bit more skinny of a heart. You can pull your sides back out to fatten it back out. You know, you can sit there and manipulate it however you want to make it look like the heart you want for your project. So in your pack, if you got one of the make and take kits from the center, you got several strips of paper. So you would repeat this process with all the strips of paper. You can see this in kind of has that little crease I was talking about. I squeezed a little too hard on one spot. A little bit better. So you would do this process and repeat it with all the strips that you wanted to use for your garland. And you can put them in order. I think our kits had different colors, so you could rearrange them in whatever layout you wanted to do. And then you're going to cut some ribbon to the length of garland that you want to hang. You can have the hearts butted up end to end. You can leave a little space between. However you would like to do that. And we gave you a length of ribbon in your kit. Then you just need to start threading your hearts through. This is going to feel like kindergarten a little bit. So you take your heart and the hole. I like to fold my ribbon. Let's see if I can get it closer. Kind of over on itself a little bit. I'm going to hold my hand steady so the camera can find it. So I just kind of pinch it so it pokes through the hole better. And I thread it through. And we're just going to keep repeating this process. Since I lined up my holes pretty well, you can see that when I poke the ribbon through one side where it meets, it comes through the other side of the paper where it's joined. One more to do on this far side. I like to hold the paper apart a little bit when I pull the ribbon through because I find that the ribbon tugs on the paper and I don't want anything to accidentally tear or pull the paper apart. And you can twist the ribbon to lay in the heart how you want it to, and you can just adjust it on the paper to get even distribution. All right, I'm going to spin mine around. So after you get it all put together, you can make a little garland. And one of the things that might be cute, and if you get it strung together like this, you can put it, use some tacks to hang it on a door, or you can hang it across a mantle. There's a couple of different things you can do with it. If you have extra ribbon at home or something pretty that you want to do, you can actually add more to it. I've got this little extra piece of ribbon right here that's pink. You can do this with strips of fabric too. And just make some little extra dangly bits to hang from your little garland. Hangs like there. So when it's hanging down, it'll be like little streamers on your garland. So that's some extra little tidbits you can do if you have some extra ribbon at home. So I hope you enjoy the heart garland, and you can share it with maybe someone you love this Valentine's Day, or just share it with yourself to brighten your home and have something fun to do on these winter days. We hope that you have a lovely afternoon. See you later from the Lebanon Senior Center.